Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a practice video to show you the exemplar test corrections that I would like for you guys to make on this practice EOC. So I'm going to do the first 3 questions in order for you to see what you need to do for the test corrections. So let's say I got number 1 incorrect. Let's say that I put B. The correct answer was C. Now if I'm looking at my test booklet, now this is my answer key, so of course I'm going to have the correct answer marked here because this is my answer key, but if it says at a restaurant, jars of tomato sauce are stored in boxes in the pantry. Each box contains 8 jars of tomato sauce. A cook uses 2 jars from one of the boxes. Which function shows the relationship between Y, the total number of jars of tomato sauce remaining in the pantry, and X, the number of boxes in the pantry? Let's look at our test corrections. What is the question asking? If you look at the answer choices, it's asking me to find the equation. What is given to me in the problem? It's giving me each box has 8 jars, and the cook uses 2 of them. So looking at Masuko's answer key, which is on Google Classroom, as well as there's a big document that has the explanations on it. Looking at Masuko's answer key, let's say I put B, the correct answer was C. There was something that I forgot. I knew that each box contained 8 jars of tomato sauce. That was going to be the rate or the slope. But I forgot that the cook uses 2 jars from one of the boxes. Uses means subtraction. So why did I get the question incorrect? I forgot to include the cook uses 2 of the jars. Which means you need to subtract 2. Looking at the answer choices, I got the slope correct, I just forgot to subtract 2. So let's look at G. Let's say that let's look at number 2 rather. Let's say that I got number 2 incorrect. The correct answer was G. Let's say that I put J. So looking at the question for number 2, it says, which expression is equivalent to negative 28x squared plus 35x? Okay, so if I put J, looking at what the question is asking, it's asking me for an equivalent expression. What am I given in the problem? Negative 28x squared plus 35x. This is a factoring question, and if you look at each of the answer choices, and if you look at Masuko's answer key, I used the distributive property. I took the answer choices, I distributed in order to see what the correct answer was. And so I was able to eliminate F and H because I knew that 7x times 4x was going to be positive 28x squared. And I knew that with that negative in front, I could eliminate both F and H. The correct answer was G. So let's look at what I did for J. If I put J, then I did negative 7x squared, negative 7x rather, times 4x is negative 28x squared, and then negative 7x times positive 5 is negative 35x. So I must have misread the negative sign. I have in my work that it was minus 35x. I must not have paid attention carefully with the negative x. So looking at number 3, the correct answer for number 3 is D. Let's say that I put B. Looking at question number 3, it says which graph best represents a system of equations that has no solution? What is the question asking me? A graph that has no solution. What am I given? I'm given that it needs to be no solution. And I'm given 4 different answer choices. Now, if I put B, and B is going to be a very common answer, A and C for sure aren't the correct answer because these 2 lines intersect, and that means that they have one solution. But maybe I put B because even though I don't see them intersecting on the picture, maybe I didn't think about the fact that they'll eventually intersect. Maybe I didn't put D because I said, oh, well, B also doesn't have intersecting lines, but if you look at the way that the slopes are, if you drew those pictures out, that would eventually intersect. So for B, why did I get the question incorrect? Maybe I didn't think about how the 2 lines would eventually intersect. Your reasoning and your answers might be different than what I have, depending on the answer choice that you picked that was incorrect. But that's why I've included a scanned copy of all of the notes that I made when I took this test, as well as what the EOC company created as a resource for you to explain why each of the answers was incorrect. So using both of those documents, as long as you fill this out to the best of your abilities for the questions that you got incorrect, I'll give you full credit back. And be sure that you ask me for help as well.